Good morning, everybody. You're listening to 1-8002, the Hero Panel Podcast. It's me, Caleb the Comic Book Viking.
And Eli Smith.
And we're bringing you the best, freshest, funkiest rock, blues, jazz combo you've ever heard in your life in the morning.
Yeah, we're trying to get on the radio.
We're not trying to get on the radio. We're trying to get on your radio specifically because we want you to listen to Ep.5 of the Hero Panel Podcast.
So go ahead and crank that dial.
Crank that dial and get crunky with it.
Start crunking. This is the part where we need to have a soundboard.
Mom, get out of my house!
Daddy! Well, here we
Jason,
are.
I'm leaving you. It's been a long time coming, and I've had a lot of time to think, but it's over.
Something smells weird in this house.
Anyway, guys, episode 5 of the Hero Panel Podcast, and you know
episode
what?
5, dude.
That's pretty sweet.
Wow.
When we started this out,
it's halfway to 10.
That is exactly what it is, mathematically speaking.
It's also an odd number. This episode might be a little
odd. We're also a little odd this morning. I think both of us are pretty exhausted.
Yeah, but in a good way.
In a great way. We've been doing some really cool stuff recently.
Not to toot our own horns.
I'm tooting.
Yeah.
I'm tooting my own horn this morning.
Yeah, what am I talking about? This is our show.
This is what we can do.
We can toot our horns as much as we want.
And you're going to watch.
So, Caleb.
Yeah.
You're in a play.
I'm in 2 plays.
You're in 2
I'm
plays.
in 2 plays at the same time right now. I am so excited, and it's been such a cool opportunity to do. I did a lot of Shakespeare back when I lived in Virginia.
Okay.
And
what was your first play? When did you get started?
my first play, oh boy. Well, I did like a
grade school play?
I did like a lot of church drama, like little skits and like Christmas pageants.
Were you Jesus ever?
I was mostly Wise Men Shepherd. I stayed in my lane.
No, you couldn't get Joseph?
No, I could never get Joseph.
Why?
I wasn't holy enough.
Actually, Wiseman fits you.
Thank you.
I like that.
Thank you.
Never mind.
But my first big role that I ever got, I went and auditioned for community theater production of The Hobbit.
Oh, cool!
I did, and I landed at 13
Smeagol?
years old.
You were Smeagol?
I wasn't. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was Gandalf.
Really?
I got cast as Gandalf in The Hobbit at age 13 because I had a full beard.
You had a beard? You had your beard at 13?
I did, yeah.
No way.
I did. I had my beard at 13, 14. But no, that was my first play. But now, so I did a lot of Shakespeare. I have a theater performance degree, and did a lot of Shakespeare in Virginia. And now I was off for like 4 years.
Sure.
I haven't done anything theater-wise in like 4 years. And I auditioned for Shakespeare by the Sea out here at
Shakespeare by the Sea.
It's a great company. They do some amazing stuff, and they tour. It's all free Shakespeare in the park.
Wow.
I love it. It is bringing like these stories and this art form to people that usually, going to the theater it sometimes can be really pricey and it can be like an ordeal.
Sure.
But if you're just at the park and people are doing Shakespeare, you just go watch it for free. That's awesome.
And people have the option to donate as well.
Yeah,
have people been donating?
A crazy amount of donations.
Wow, that's
people
so cool.
are funding and supporting the arts around this area like I've never seen before. It is really exciting and inspiring.
It is very inspiring, and LA is a great city for this.
Absolutely. And
there are so many thespians and actors and everyone who's just trying to support and uplift each other.
The community of the theater community, the acting community, the artistic community here in LA. It blows my mind. It's been very encouraging to me as a performer. But I'm in As You Like It right now. I'm in 2 characters. I'm Corin and Duke Sr.
Corin
is like a shepherd. Again, I'm staying in my lane. And Duke Sr. is kind of like a wise old man.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool.
And then we're also
Duke
doing
Senior.
Julius Caesar is the other play that I'm in, and I'm playing Mark Antony in that.
Oh, very nice.
So I get the really famous Friends, Romans, Countrymen speech.
You do have a Mark Antony sort of vibe.
Yeah, I mean, I've loved it with Mark.
When I first met you, I was like, he's giving Mark Antony.
He's giving Mark Antony.
Mark Antony.
Yeah, he's gonna like run off with Cleopatra, I think, and then not kill Caesar. That's the whole spoilers. Mark Antony has no hand in like the death of Caesar. That's all Brutus. And it's been very fun, very exhausting, but we build the set every night at each park. We build our set, and then we perform the play, and then we take it down. I've been rehearsing for like 2 months, 2 shows. It's a lot.
Wow.
And so, I apologize to everybody out there. I haven't been posting as much recently. I've been a little busy.
Where have you been?
But I'll get back to it, I promise.
Pursuing my dream.
Speaking of upcoming cool things that we've been a part of and you've been doing, man, tell us about what you've been up to and what you got to do.
I've had the opportunity to work on the Superman press junket and custom content.
That's so cool.
I work for a production company that does press junkets for Hollywood movies and TV shows, and Superman has arrived on the scene.
In big blue and red glory.
Yes. We shot at the Rapper Building in Culver City.
Mm-hmm. The building looks like a supervillain lair.
Yeah, it looks like Lex Luthor's hideout.
Yeah, it does. It's all concrete and weird angles, and it is a wild looking building.
I gotta say, I'm so excited for this movie. I was assigned to the Justice Gang for a majority of the shoot, so I got to film the interviews with Metamorpho, Hawkgirl,
Mr. Terrific,
Guy Gardner, Green Lantern,
Nathan Fillion.
Mr. Terrific, Nathan Fillion, who's wonderful, super sweet, charismatic guy, very, very friendly. But I got to learn more about this movie and the characters and kind of what's in store for us.
That's awesome. And you said before we started that you really didn't get a lot of spoilers, though, for the film, from the press junkets.
Thankfully. It didn't happen, though.
Good.
It didn't happen. I didn't learn about any secret cameos or anything of that sort. But I think we're in for a real treat.
Man, I am so excited.
Everyone in this cast reads comic books, understands the characters and material. It was great listening to the actress who portrays Hawkgirl just talk about the reincarnation of Kara in the different iterations of her life.
So they are going for the fact that she is the Shahal and all of that
from the very beginning.
That's awesome,
and that's something that her character carries with her when she does Hawkgirl scream. Is the voices of all of those past lives all combined together, screaming to be let out.
Oh,
so cool!
That's
and
so cool.
I loved hearing that description, and it has convinced me that James Gunn is a creative, brilliant filmmaker. He's always trying new things, but he understands the assignment. Well, he knows what to do. He reads the material, and he knows how to direct his actor, and he knows how to cast and pick his people. Some people sometimes say he uses the same people in all of his movies. Sometimes there are a lot of newcomers in this film, and in most of
especially the main characters. It's one thing if you're going to cast the same main characters all the time. If Sean Gunn was Superman, I might have something to say about it.
But you casted your brother.
Yeah, no, but this is a completely new look for Superman. Lex Luthor. I mean, come on, Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor is brilliant casting. Cool.
And everyone has bulked up and gotten superhero form and condition.
Same. I don't know if you've noticed.
I have. No, I have noticed. I guess one thing I learned is one of the breakout characters from this film, Mr. Terrific. He's a show. He just steals the show. He has an amazing action sequence that's set to some really cool, funky music.
It's James Gunn.
He has excellent music taste. Always sets action sequences or really deep emotional sequences to just the perfect music.
Few days that go by that I don't think about that scene in Guardians 2 where Yondu is sending his arrow through the entire ship and just massacring everybody.
Right. I love the scene in Guardians when Fleetwood Mac comes on, break the chain, and it's Rocket and Peter Quill are kind of in that disagreement, and they separate from one another, and they do that slow motion walk as they both kind of turn away to leave each other. And
listen to the wind blow.
Anyway, Superman. That was great. There were a lot of really cool Easter eggs. They built some amazing sets. We will be releasing the video soon. I got to shoot a little promo video for this podcast and the Fortress of Solitude.
What?
Yeah, that was exciting.
So stay tuned for that.
It's really cool, and just the amount of detail that they put into everything. It was almost like they just transferred the set from the movie and place it in there. But the art teams that they have that come in and build these things, they put it up in a day. And then they just spend, the day when we start tearing down, it's you're definitely familiar with this. They're just hustling.
You got to get out of there.
Hustling.
You got to get out of there.
And it's hot. It's the middle of summer right now in LA. This building didn't have any air conditioning. People were sweating, and we had to take everything down through elevators. So let me tell you, by the end of those elevators were getting ripe.
Stanky elevators.
But that's a part of it. That's a part of production, and I think Hollywood is, it's not all fun and games and glamour and
there's a lot more work behind the scenes to make something look as cool as it does for that, it
requires a team of people.
For that 15-minute interview. Yeah.
That was really special, and they had a crypto the Superdog area with puppies. Mm-hmm. They had a puppy corner where you could go like pet puppies and whatnot, and they were giving away Superman comics, which I thought was so cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah,
and again, like we were talking about, this is somebody that they are great filmmaker. These people, James is a great filmmaker. Yeah. He has an amazing artistic eye for what he does. He is innovative. He's pushing boundaries of film. But beyond that, he is passionate about these stories.
Yeah.
And as we've said on this podcast, I can't even count how many times passion projects and people who are passionate about what they're doing consistently make the best art.
Yeah, and I think as fans, that's what we want to see coming from Marvel Studios, DC Studios.
We don't need another IP taken and used just to hold on to the IP rights.
Right, and that's not what this is. No. DC Studios has been newly created to shepherd in this entire era of passionate filmmakers that want to make these movies,
and they're hungry,
which is also important.
They're hungry for it because they've seen the last 15 years of DC movies, and they know what they could do and what they could bring to the table.
Right, and sometimes to the naysayers, in which you may have lost your faith in some of the genre of superhero films, but keep in mind that these filmmakers who are passionate, like James Gunn, know that you have expectations. They know that you want to see the movies that you initially thought you were going to get. Mm-hmm. And they're making them.
Yeah,
people are learning from their mistakes. I wouldn't say.
And not only that, they're learning. They're pushing these things further. We saw that in Thunderbolts.
Yeah,
but they're also coming in and shepherding in a new generation of fans. So as much as
absolutely
what you had, if you're listening and you're about our age or a little older or whatever, what we had was incredible. The MCU, the start of the MCU, even the early '90s. Superhero stuff. We had more than our parents did that were fans of this stuff.
We've seen different iterations of these characters. We've seen
all these things, and the younger generations are getting even more. So, there's this element of I was blessed, getting to grow up in the time that I grew up in and seeing the Marvel movies in their prime and their peak, in the beginning. And
even seeing the Christopher Reeve Superman movies,
Superman, the Nolan Batman trilogy, all of those films came out when I was growing up.
Yeah,
and I
feel old now.
All I want though is for the next generation to have that same experience with these kind of great movies that are coming out now.
And I think with this Superman movie, they will.
Yeah.
David Corenswet is going to be the quintessential Superman
for
the generation. He, of course, Christopher Reeve was the OG classic, one of the OGs.
Yeah.
There's no replacing him or the feeling that movie brought. But this movie does a really good job of reaching back to that comic book version of Superman with the message of hope and
acceptance,
and that being kind is cool.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that we really need right now.
Being
and
kind
really
is
important.
Cool, and doing the right thing no matter who's telling you not to.
Right, and I think another aspect that Corenswet brings to the Superman character is his portrayal of Clark Kent. Mm-hmm. And there is just such honesty and this innocence, and because that's what Clark. He's always, he's from a different planet. He was an alien. He grew up from very humble beginnings. And, I've always liked Smallville for that reason.
Oh, yeah.
Clark Kent was always just like a puppy, He was just this sweet
He's trying to figure
person.
out life.
And we get that in this movie.
Good.
And that's going to be awesome because Clark Kent is just as important as Superman.
1,000%. Jumping now into talking about what we've actually been reading. We've been busy. We've done a lot of stuff, but we still try to make time for our reading. Keeping up with comics is important to me. I recently got and downloaded the Marvel Unlimited app.
Yeah,
I don't love reading on my phone. I love.
There are some
books,
benefits,
but there are benefits.
Can I say one benefit that I really like about reading on Marvel Unlimited?
Please.
I will always advocate for reading print.
Yes,
of course. Go to your local comic book store, pick up a book. Check it out. Mm-hmm. What is nice about digital is you get to see some of the panels without the interference of
The
ads and sometimes the line between the crease between the pages, the binding.
Yeah, you can see the full picture.
Yeah, because if you're a comic book reader, I'm sure there's been times where you've looked at an action panel and you're like, oh, it's kind of
in the middle of the crease. Yeah,
right.
That's true.
With the digital format, it's cleaner, and it also has a dynamic zoom in effect on the panels where it can.
I do love that.
It's cool.
The smart panel
nice.
thing. So I'll tell you what I've been doing on that is, in between the shows or when I have a little bit of downtime when I'm not on stage, I've been reading through all of the Moon Knight comics since 2008.
Yeah, and what's also great is it's organized so that you can easily do that.
I started with, I believe it was the Bemis run, the Bemis run of Moon Knight, which is really, really cool. And then I've worked all the way up to, I just finished the Warren Ellis, and I'm now going into that era of like the early, I think, 2010.
Who did you prefer, Bemis or Warren Ellis?
Oh, right now, I mean, there was some really great stuff even in the middle of that, but the Warren Ellis run, I think he only did it for 6 issues, and his 6 issues, they're all individual stories. Guys, if you haven't read those 6 issues of Moon Knight, they're phenomenal. Like the Warren Ellis,
I'm gonna read them.
Please do. Yeah, it's only 6 issues.
I love his work.
Yeah, and then
he's so good at grit. Oh, the gritty.
And what I love seeing, and I've kind of become more interested in, is the development of a character over time, over various authors, especially with Marvel, because they've said, it's the same continuity, same universe.
Yeah.
So starting with, in the early 2000s, and especially with a character like Moon Knight, whose origin is always so flexible and what's real, what's not, what's in his head, who is Khonshu. Like, from the earliest days, one of his main villains, Raoul Bushman, that's who Khonshu took the image of. So he's following him around, talking to Mark or Steven or Jake as his nemesis in his ear, telling him to, like, kill people and sacrifice in his name. Although Khonshu was very brutal.
Don't listen to the voices.
Yeah, back in those early days, Khonshu was like, "Hey, I want blood," and Mark's like, "No." So, and then as it goes on, then you eventually get the skeletal bird Khonshu look. So it's fun to see these characters evolve and grow.
That was something so cool about the live action Moon Knight series.
Seeing Khonshu,
he was so scared. How he would come out of the shadows, you just see his skeletal bird face.
And then when he's in the car at the end, the suit with the it's so cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, I've been reading through Moon Knight, but for what I've been reading through physically, I got to talk about Bug Wars.
Whoa, Bug Wars, yes,
dude. Jason Aaron, we're I believe 5 issues in to Bug Wars right now, and this book is incredible.
Yeah,
the lore, the world building.
Yeah,
I want an RPG system set in this world, and I hope that at some point we get that.
Well, there is the video game series Grounded.
Yes.
Yeah, where you are shrunken down into a backyard, and you play as you can play as these 4 different kids, and you go around, you forage and gather, and there's giant insects and all that.
And that I love that aspect of it, but I'm talking about the fact that
we should play Grounded together.
We should play Grounded together. I'm talking about the fact though that he's built civilizations,
right?
Full empires,
sentient mites
that work with the insects that they, and in this backyard, and it's so fun. It's
the
so
mites
cool.
kind of remind me of like not very intelligent, but they're kind of like ogres in sort of a way.
Well, the beetle riders are
like orcs.
Yeah, the beetle riders are very much orc. Like it feels like a fantasy setting. Anyway, can't recommend it enough. Bug Wars is phenomenal. The art is gorgeous.
Something I also like about the Bug Wars series is, you have the main story, but when you get to the end of the book, there's the journal.
Exactly.
And that deep dives into
the lore and to these civilizations, these characters, which again, like I said, it feels like an RPG system waiting to happen.
And there's some of these fantasy stories where I feel like it could benefit from using that sort of like so you can understand more of the setting.
And so you don't have to waste sort of time in the story with that exposition. You can just, if you want to know more about the Ant Empire, you can read the back and it'll tell you all about the Ant Empire. I think that's very smart.
Yeah, so super, super cool.
That's what I've been into right now is Bug Wars, and along with all my other Marvel and DC stuff. But Bug Wars, and,
that's one of many comic books.
One of many, and that and Exquisite Corpses I think are my 2 top books right now. We talked about Exquisite Corpses, but that second issue was cool.
We actually were doing a bracket. Well, the comic book is doing a bracket system to see which killer is going to come out on top. But we recently did a video about that. So
I'm still holding steady with. I think Recluse is going to do something really cool. I think he's going to make it pretty far, if not.
Is it because he's similar to our friend Spidey?
It might be, but like it's also just the idea of. I think stealth is going to come in way more. Sort of hitting from the shadows and disappearing is going to come in way more effective in this kind of a combat situation.
If you were one of these players in this situation,
I would not be running around the streets.
No.
Even like Nurse Pete in this episode is way too exposed.
Or the lone gunman. I mean, it's like literally you have he doesn't even have silencers on his guns.
He's just right in the street.
Sounds like
so like someone who's watching from the shadows, waiting for the right time to strike. That spider aspect, I think, is going to come in. And we'll see, but Do
you think that after Exquisite Corpses wraps up, I guess we'll have to see what the ending is, but do you think that they will do almost a sequel, another round with a fresh new batch of killers?
Either that or...
do some world building?
We'll get world building, or I think they might do a spin-off series for each one of those like killers. Their backstory or some of the other things that they've done.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Cool.
Free little, if you want to take that and run with it.
Yeah.
James.
If you like what you hear, read Exquisite Corpses.
James Tinian, if you're listening to this.
That's
first, I love you and you're amazing.
Yeah.
Second, that's an idea.
Yeah, thanks. Keep writing comic books.
What have you got? What do you got? What have you been reading?
I've been bouncing around to a lot of different series across Marvel, DC, and some independent titles. I just wrapped up reading Alien Paradiso.
Ooh.
Back on my Alien.
We're always on an Alien and Predator kick.
Can't help it. But this is also a particularly gory cover.
Yikes! We can't show that.
Yeah.
We'll blur it out.
It's little blur right there. Or also like you guys can handle it.
Come on,
right? It's a comic book.
Come on,
comic books are for everyone. But I love the setting for this story. It takes place on a planet that is specifically designed to be a resort, and we have a xenomorph outbreak hitting all of these vacationers and sadly families and young children. It's horrifying. It's horrifying. Yeah. It's very horrifying.
It's bad. It's not good.
But there is a gang of I guess it's a there's a crime boss, and he arrives on this planet to hide away. He brings his whole gang with him, his bodyguards, and there are two special agents from the Weyland-Yutani, and they're there to apprehend this man and to surveil him and see what he's doing. The crime boss is meant to meet some contacts, and the contacts arrive on the planet, and within them are some xenomorphs.
as you do.
Yeah. So the outbreak happens, and you have all these guests that are in panic mode, and they put everyone in lockdown in a central building, which is a terrible idea to do when there's a xenomorph outbreak. But I really like that series. It wrapped up quite nicely. It didn't particularly add anything substantial to the lore of Alien,
but fun side story.
Yeah, fun side story.
Again, fun side stories. That's the lifeblood of comics, man.
Yeah.
Just tell me a cool story with a character that I love.
Absolutely.
You don't have to.
I will say one of the bodyguards is the daughter of Kane from Alien.
Oh, okay.
Who had you see him? He has the initial chest bursting scene in the first Alien movie.
Wow, okay.
His daughter's one of the bodyguards, and she's a badass. She's got a mohawk, tattoos.
Dude,
because her dad died when she was so young, she kind of took it upon herself to get that strength.
Be strong, and that's cool.
Yeah.
Another book that we've been enjoying is Battle Beast, the Invincible spin-off series. Battle Beast,
hardcore,
which is awesome. We're on a second issue now, but I actually saved one of the blind bags. I don't. If you're listening, the blind bags are like polybagged copies of issue number 1.
Yeah,
could be issue number 1, but you can't tell which variant cover it is. It also could be another reprint of the Spider-Man Invincible team up that happened back when Invincible was coming out, or a preview then of issue of number 2. So I haven't opened this. Do you want to open this up on camera? And
oh man, this is so
tell you guys what we get.
Yeah. Side note: if you check out the Comic Bug Instagram page, you can see some videos of some of our customers opening up their blind bags.
We had a bunch of people opening up blind bags here, and it was a really fun thing. I think it's a really cool idea.
I think this is like a great way to bring in new readers.
I would rather do this with like a cool little prize in the blind bag than like how they were doing some of the like, oh, this is like more mature content, red band, polyback. It never really worked for me. Sometimes like.
I like collectibles.
Yeah,
It'd
I'd
be
rather
great
get
to be like
something
a series
fun.
of like stickers, and you can get those together,
exactly.
put them on your water bottles.
Exquisite Corpses is doing that. They have a polybag, and it comes with a trading card for the card game that's coming out. Because Exquisite Corpses is also getting a card game that you can play.
But anyways,
but let me just open this up just for fun.
Yeah, here we go.
What it is. I'm really hoping it's the Spider-Man team up because that's the one that I like. Yeah, I never got to read, so I'm curious.
It feels like the most exclusive.
It does. But if it whatever it is, it's fine. I kept it, so I wanted to open it up.
Hey!
Oh, hey! It was
cool.
It's the foil edition of issue number 2.
Yes, that's the advanced copy.
So that was the advanced copy that only you can get from the blind bags. That's actually pretty sick.
Ooh.
The ultra rare advanced edition.
It is nice in foil.
Boom, nice. Cool. That's a fun little
it's a great series. I haven't read Invincible in its entirety.
Yeah.
I'm behind on the TV show. I just recently Battle Beast came onto my radar.
Shame.
I know.
Shame.
I've seen season 1. I know what's good. Also, when you work at the comic book,
you hear things.
You hear a lot of things, and our boss loves Invincible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he loves it.
As he
great.
should.
Yeah, as he should. Battle Beast is such a cool character,
dude. One of my favorites.
Yeah.
Invincible has a really cool thing where they do side characters really, really well.
Yeah.
And they make these very compelling and interesting characters. And in the show, they usually take at least like an episode to kind of give you a full breakdown of those side characters and like a single story with them.
They lend them.
Really
they lend themselves to great storytelling and spin-offs and. Invincible is really. I was going to say, if you're looking for something outside of Marvel and DC that has an expansive universe with really cool and interesting characters, Invincible's
a great place to start.
Yep.
Speaking of like Marvel, DC, and cool characters, we had a cool idea to do a segment on the show called the Hero Panel Pick.
Yeah.
The Hero Panel Pick is where one of us makes up a scenario and we both cast our dream team, our Mount Rushmore of characters from Marvel or DC or independent comics.
We're doing a draft.
And then we see who we like and we just talk about it. This is a stealth mission.
Okay.
This is a stealth strike mission, right?
Yes. From the shadows.
It's going to be set in the Marvel universe. And we're going to do a back-and-forth draft pick for 3 heroes that we want on our stealth strike team.
Sick.
So, do you want to rock, paper, scissors for who goes first?
Sure. Ready? And 1, 2, 3.
You go first. That's fine.
Was that awkward? Did we do it weird?
Yeah, can we do it again?
Okay. 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3.
I usually do 1, 2, 3, then go.
1, 2, 3, boom.
Yeah, same exact thing. So
stick with what works.
Stick with what All right, so you would get to pick your first stealth strike team hero or villain.
Villain. Oh, interesting.
If it's a Thunderbolts type of situation, because this is a heroic team. I think we're doing like they're on a stealth strike mission, but it's
I got one.
Okay,
I got one. X-Force Wolverine.
X-Force Wolverine.
Talking about that black and gray costume. Yep.
Wolverine, one of the quintessential strike team members.
Yeah, because he could go loud, but he can also infiltrate and sneak in. He's like an animal in that way.
Yeah.
So using all of his external senses and everything to detect. He has detection. That's,
exactly.
Unparalleled.
In that vein, I'm going to go with one of the few human beings that Wolverine fears.
What?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Winter Soldier.
Whoa!
The Winter Soldier is going to be my first draft pick,
dude,
for my stealth strike team.
Sick pick.
Thank you. The man on the wall himself, Bucky Barnes.
Yeah.
No, that's an actual thing. Wolverine, if he picks someone, he's like, if I have to die, if someone has to kill me, he chooses Winter Soldier. Like that's who he picks. He knows he would be able to take him out.
Sure, absolutely. I'm gonna go with the Vision.
The Vision? Okay.
Yeah, simply because, I know there are a few characters that can do this, but he's powerful.
Mm-hmm.
But he can also phase through walls and dematerialize, and really, he can be useful in a multitude of different scenarios.
Oh, absolutely.
With his abilities.
Absolutely.
And he has the ability to be stealthy. I don't think he comes to mind
he's
right away.
He's a little ostentatious.
He's not like a ninja.
No, he's a little ostentatious, but you're exactly correct. The invulnerability, the intangibility that he has, and the interface with machines,
like if we had to break in deep into some sort of base that has these dense walls or something like that, I'm thinking Thunderbolts, that vault in there. Vision can
Vision goes right in and out, no problem. I am going to say for my next draft pick, because I need a little bit of power here.
Get some power.
So I think I'm going to go with Nightcrawler.
Nice.
Yeah, kind of that same Vision thing. It's stealth. It's in and out. He is quick.
Yeah.
He is powered. He can also take people with him, which I think is a really important skill. Like if you need to get into another place, Nightcrawler's bamfing.
Yeah, or it's like mission complete. We got what we needed to get. Okay, how do we get out of here?
He's an extraction.
Nightcrawler. Yep. Very nice.
Cool. That's my second pick.
Second pick. Okay. My third and final pick. Agent Venom.
Agent Venom. I was thinking Venom. I was thinking Venom, but Agent Venom is even better.
Yeah. I mean, he's got the tools.
Yep.
He has the military expertise and the strategic planning abilities to maybe pull off a mission like this.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
and the suit is black. It can also blend in, go invisible, things like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Invisible? Yeah.
Yeah, his camouflage.
Right. Camouflage.
Yeah.
That's my team. That's my team. Wolverine, Vision, Agent Venom.
That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. For my last pick. See, I've been reading too much Moon Knight, and that's all that's in my brain is I want to pick Moon Knight, but he's not stealthy.
Yeah.
I mean, he is.
He is.
But that his whole thing is I wear white because I want you to see me coming.
True.
You will be shaking so bad with fear that you won't be able to hit me. So not as stealthy as I would hope for a strike team like that. He was in the Secret Avengers, the whole other thing. But for my last final pick, no, you know what? I don't. I need someone that's going to be actually more tactical. My team is very logical and down to earth.
Yeah.
This is you will not see us coming, and literally you will not see us coming because Invisible Woman is going to be my last draft pick.
Yes.
For this team because they are a no kill.
Yeah.
Infiltration strike team that will get in, rescue
You're
hostages.
You're right.
They will do it effectively, tactically, and with as minimal damage as possible. That's
Dude, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun.
That was really fun.
Cool.
Let us know what you guys think on the in the comments or post your team. Who would you pick as your 3 characters from Marvel Strike Team?
And now we have a special round of Mobius Chair Trivia.
Look, guys, if you watched last week's episode,
we don't have to talk about it.
I smoked Eli.
We don't have to talk about it.
I did. I'm going to talk about it.
I know. And
I'm excited because he's coming back with what I only can describe
I still have the burns.
as a vengeance.
Yeah. I hope so.
So I'm ready.
I had to reach out and get help for some of these questions. Okay, Caleb, you are in the Mobius chair. Are you ready?
I know the secrets of the universe.
All right. Who was the original artist for DC versus Marvel #1, 1996?
1996.
He is prolific.
Was it George Perez?
No.
Dang it.
No. Would you like one more guess?
Yes, I will. See, this is where you're going to get me is artists and writers. Characters I know.
You know him, too. When you hear the answer, you'll be like, yes.
Is it Ramita?
No. Dan Jurgens.
Dan Jurgens.
You're
right.
Shit.
You're right. Shit. Hey, you know what? This is only fair. We're here to learn.
Right.
Okay.
And it is one of those people where you're like,
of course it is.
Of course it's Dan Jurgens.
It is. And I mean, I don't know.
Whatever. It's just the Mobius chair trivia.
Yeah, no big deal. I'm going to go home and cry.
Yeah, I was going to say start crying.
Yeah.
Okay. Question number 2.
Number two.
Which obscure mutant has the power to make people forget about him the moment he leaves their presence?
He was just in something I was reading.
I was also thinking this would be great for our infiltration team that we were picking.
He just walks in, does what he wants to do, and walks out, and nobody knows.
Yeah. People actually continuously forget that he's... you know what? I'm saying too much.
Yeah. Oh, man. It is like Forget Me Not.
Is that Forget Me Not.
Forget Me Not. Yeah, no.
It's Forget Me Not.
Forget Me Not. Okay, cool.
When I said the word forget I was like...
It's okay.
We're not sure about that one.
We remembered that one. That's a half a point. That's a half a point.
Okay. Final question.
Yeah.
Final question. Which creator is credited with designing both the New Gods for DC and Galactus for Marvel.
Ooh.
Also prolific household name.
See, now this one I do know
Big creator.
because I love Galactus. I love the New Gods. It's Jack Kirby.
Nailed it.
Yeah, Jack Kirby. Absolute titan of the industry, and he's phenomenal. So much of the art.
Was that too easy?
That one was not. I mean, that first one got me, and then the second one, I did appreciate the hint. But Jack Kirby's such a titan of the industry, and like his art is so prolific, and iconic to so many of the designs that we have. The Source Wall, all of those, like you said, the New Gods, Galactus, even the Inhumans back in the day. The whole Attilan architecture was so unique and original. Loved that. But yeah, guys, I think that's about all the time we got for today. Thank you so much for listening to episode 5